It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'd be a well fought fight for both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody that.
Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez have begun their back and forth in anticipation of their mega fight set for late 2025. The pair recently met in Saudi Arabia to finalize details with Turki Alakshik, who has been working to organize the fight for months. Following their meeting, the two champions participated in a mini press conference with select media on site to discuss the matchup. To the delight of reporters, both Canelo and Crawford confirmed
you on the internet with Turki Alakshik calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
the fight would take place in late 2025. Initially, the atmosphere was calm and respectful. However, tensions quickly escalated when Canelo was asked who he believed would win the fight. While it was expected he wouldn't name Crawford, the confidence in his response seemed to spark controversy. "I beat Crawford easily," Canelo declared. "It's easy money for me to finish his career." Crawford was visibly offended, retorting, "I'll bring you to your knees, proud dog. You're not ready for what's coming. It's nothing like you've ever..."
The type of fight Terence Crawford is different. 168, but like I say, like
seen before. The heated exchange grew more direct and personal, forcing the press conference to an abrupt end before matters could spiral further. Despite the verbal clash, the meeting between the two fighters has heightened excitement among fans, with many eager to witness what promises to be one of the most significant boxing events of 2025. Fans and boxing analysts have expressed their excitement over the highly anticipated matchup between Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford. Both fighters have shown interest in making the fight happen, though their motivations differ. According to Canelo, he's always been ready.
Loads of things going around at the moment, including a big clash with Canelo Álvarez. Can you tell us what's going on in that situation, and can that happen next?
We shall see.
As long as the money is right. Crawford, on the other hand, seems less concerned about the financials and more focused on testing himself against one of the best, despite his size disadvantage. Hall of Fame fighter, trainer, promoter, and analyst Roy Jones Jr. shared scenarios where both Crawford and David Benavidez could defeat Alvarez. Speaking about Benavidez, Jones remarked, "It's a tough fight to call because Benavidez throws a lot of punches. Sometimes power can intervene and change things." Jones
big for Crawford, I'm not sure about that because Crawford does have punching power and shock, but I think Canelo's a little big. He showed tonight that he's pretty big, so I probably would rather see
questioned Canelo's willingness to take such a risk, adding, "I don't think he feels like he has a reason to right now. If he can't hurt Benavidez in the first 3 or 4 rounds, I don't see him winning that fight." Benavidez, a 2-time 168-pound title holder, has been vocal about wanting a shot at Alvarez for the past 2 years. Meanwhile, Crawford, formerly recognized as the best welterweight in the world, is prepared to move up 2 weight classes to challenge the Mexican star. Despite many believing Crawford has a legitimate chance of winning, Alvarez remains dismissive. He claims that a victory over Crawford would do little to enhance his legacy, though fans and
Charlo fight Crawford first, and then see how that goes. If he does good against Charlo with the weight, then let's see him come up and fight Canelo. Yes, but not right now. I want to see him.
Pundits eagerly await the potential clash. Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez have sparked excitement with their back and forth ahead of their highly anticipated mega fight scheduled for late 2025. The two boxing champions recently met in Saudi Arabia to finalize details with Turki Alakshik, who has worked for months to make the fight a reality. Following their meeting, Crawford and Alvarez sat down with media members for an informal press conference to discuss the upcoming clash. To the delight of reporters, both fighters confirmed that the bout would take place toward the end of 2025. The initial atmosphere was calm and respectful as the fighters shared their thoughts. However, the mood quickly shifted when Alvarez was asked to predict the winner. While no one expected him to favor Crawford, the confidence in his response sparked controversy. "I'll beat Crawford easily," Alvarez declared. "It's easy money for me to finish his career." Crawford visibly.
I want to see Crawford come up with some weight classes and show he can be dominant at 54. You
How do you
understand
think
me?
that fight will go, Crawford and
Crawford won a pound best fight.
Annoyed, fired back, calling Alvarez a proud dog and vowing to humble him. "I'll bring you to your knees, proud dog," Crawford stated. "You're not ready for what's coming. It's nothing like you've seen before." The exchange escalated, with both fighters trading more direct and personal remarks, leading to the abrupt conclusion of the press conference. Despite the heated words, the meeting has only amplified fan excitement for what promises to be one of the biggest boxing events in recent years, as Crawford and Alvarez prepare to settle their differences in the ring. Fans and analysts have expressed excitement about the potential matchup between Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford. Both fighters have shown interest in making the fight happen, but their motivations...
I can bet the house on is Bud. Because me and him, we so much alike in our mentality. Like soon as I see this dude,
he differ. Canelo stated he was always ready as long as the money was right. Crawford, however, was less concerned about financial details and more focused on testing himself against one of the best, despite the size disadvantage. Hall of Fame boxer and respected trainer, promoter, and analyst Roy Jones Jr. weighed in, sharing scenarios where both Crawford and David Benavidez could defeat Alvarez. Speaking about Benavidez, Jones said, "It's a tough fight to call because Benavidez throws a lot of punches. Sometimes power can intervene and change the situation." He added, "The problem is whether Canelo is willing to take the risk."
We so much alike in our mentality. Like soon as I see this dude, he come in the room or I come in the room, we start arguing about basketball.
"I don't think he will right now, because he doesn't feel he has a reason to. If he can't hurt Benavidez in the first 3 or 4 rounds, I don't see him winning." Benavidez, a 2-time 168-pound title holder, has been demanding a shot at Alvarez for the past 2 years. Meanwhile, Crawford, a former welterweight king, is prepared to move up 2 weight classes to face the Mexican superstar. Despite many believing Crawford has a real chance of winning, Alvarez has dismissed the fight's significance, claiming a victory over Crawford would add little to his legacy. Nonetheless, fans...
Wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. Like, it's just that, like, you gotta really hurt that dude.
Fans eagerly anticipate what could be one of boxing's biggest showdowns. On the potential clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez, Andre Ward firmly sides with Crawford despite the weight disparity. "I'm not betting against Terence right now, not against anybody," Ward said. "We're talking about one of the most skilled fighters in the game today. Crawford is someone you can bet your house on. Me and him, we're so much alike in mentality. He's skillful, yes, but his heart and mind are different. There aren't many fighters like that out there." Ward continued, "There are plenty who talk, but until they face a true 50-50 matchup, we don't know what they have. Crawford is different. He's a dog. That's what gets me out of my seat."
Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be Canelo.
When it's time to be that guy, he can be that guy. Shakur Stevenson, a fighter who famously refers to Crawford as his big brother, shares Ward's belief in Crawford's ability to beat Alvarez, even with a 14-pound weight disadvantage. Stevenson is confident that Crawford's skills would neutralize any size disparity against the Mexican superstar. "Skills win fights, not size," Stevenson stated. He praised Crawford's southpaw stance, exceptional movement, and solid fundamentals as the perfect formula to cause Canelo problems.
Who knows? That smile's telling me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line, no?
I'm just saying, man, we can't say it's not gonna happen. We can't say that.
Unlike Charlo, who recently lost to Canelo, Stevenson is convinced that Crawford's style and adaptability make him a real threat. Despite these endorsements, Canelo has shown little interest in a fight with Crawford, citing the size difference as a deciding factor. Nevertheless, fans and analysts alike are intrigued by the possibility, believing Crawford's unique skill set could lead to an upset. Speaking to IFL TV, Shakur Stevenson praised Terence Crawford's dominance in the sport, stating, "Crawford is running things right now. When asked about Crawford's next opponent, Stevenson expressed his interest in seeing him face Jermell Charlo. However, with Charlo already lined up to fight Canelo Álvarez, Stevenson shifted focus, saying, "I genuinely believe Crawford could beat Canelo. Being a southpaw with good movement and solid boxing, it would be tough for Canelo to walk him down and load up on those powerful hooks." Stevenson continued, "I wish Charlo wasn't fighting Canelo, but it is what it is. I think Bud could beat Canelo. Size doesn't win fights, skills do." The potential matchup between Saul Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford is one of the most talked about fights in boxing today. With Saudi Arabia becoming increasingly involved in the sport, the possibility of this super fight seems closer than ever. Crawford, the current unified welterweight champion, would have to rise several weight divisions to meet Canelo, the reigning super middleweight champion. Crawford and Saudi promoter Turki Al-Akshik recently called out Canelo for a super fight after Canelo's victory over Edgar Berlanga on September 14th. "Canelo, come on, we're ready," Al-Akshik stated. Crawford echoed the sentiment, adding, "Canelo Crawford is the biggest fight in boxing." The significant weight disparity remains a contentious point, with even Mike Tyson acknowledging the challenge. However, the prospect of this fight continues to generate buzz among fans and analysts.